Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the lesson about optimizing your life. Okay, optimizing your life is really important because if we don't optimize that, how are we going to optimize our business, right? So we got to get our life situated first before we can get into the technical stuff of building an actual business, right? So here's what's covered: how to manage your time, so how to be efficient with your time so you can use it wisely, how to eliminate all distractions, because if you have a lot of distractions in your life, you're not going to be able to be as productive and be able to complete the tasks that you need to, and how to complete big tasks, right? What are strategies that you can do, things that you can implement so you can complete these really big and daunting tasks, pretty much easily and also effortlessly. And how to manage your health. Okay, health is wealth. It sounds cliche, but it really is. If your health is bad, you're not going to be able to be as productive. You're not as optimized. So managing your health and making sure you're as optimized as possible for that is really important. Next thing is optimizing your sleep. It goes hand in hand with optimizing your health, making sure that your sleep is good so you show up 100%. And finally, optimizing your environment. You're heavily affected by your surroundings, how your desk is set up, where you live. Your environment is really, really important. Not people take this consideration enough. So we're going to go over how to optimize that so you have all the necessary resources to be able to succeed. So we're going to go over how to manage your time effectively. So first off, set a scheduled time to work on YouTube. Create a to-do list for your days, okay? Either be on your schedule or just simply on a piece of paper. Do this first, do this second, do this third. Have a to-do list or a structure of how you approach things so okay, this is what I got to do and this is what I got to complete today. So you're a lot more optimized and also efficient with your day. Then prioritize and perform the most important activities and take out the things that won't help move your business forward. And I want to introduce to you guys the 80-20 rule. And the 80-20 rule applies to literally everything in life, which is 80% of outputs or results come from 20% of your inputs. So out of the things that you do, only 20% of it turn out to be 80% of the results that you actually get. That's mind-blowing right there. So that means the other 80% of things that you do only convert to 20% of the outputs. And so how can we be able to optimize most of the things that we do to get the most outputs? All right, so we're going to go over exactly how to do that, okay? And I want to go over perfection does not exist, okay? Don't strive for perfectionism, because if you strive for perfectionism, it only leads to inaction, right? Analysis paralysis. Now we're going to go over how to eliminate distractions in your life so you can be able to focus on the tasks that matter. First off, turn on do not disturb mode or airplane mode on your phone. Okay, so whenever you have a text message that pops up or people calling you, they won't be able to get access to you because you have these functions on your devices. Right? Because whenever you have a message go off or a notification, guess what? What would happen is it takes you out of your work. You waste 10, 15, 30, maybe sometimes even an hour of time responding to that. And the time it takes you to get back into your work is just that much longer. And each time this happens, guess what? You're just losing a lot of time. You're being distracted on the main goal. Next thing is get a meal delivery service, guys. This is so important. Once I started getting a meal delivery service, it completely changed how efficient I am with things, because guess what? Going to the grocery, cooking food, washing dishes, that's a whole chore in itself. It takes hours and hours and hours. If you have someone else doing it for you, like a husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, that's great. But if you're doing this yourself, you are wasting so much time and you're wasting so much money. Rather, just get a meal delivery service, really healthy food, pop it in the microwave, and you have food ready to eat. Literally, it takes 5-10 minutes to eat your meal. You don't have to wash dishes because you can just throw it out, throw out the container that it comes in, and you're good to go. So that just saves you hours and hours of going to the groceries, buy food, cooking the food yourself. It's crazy headache, and even washing the dishes. If you just simplify all this, eliminate all those things that take away from your time and focus on your business, just think about how much more you can actually make in that time frame versus saving money on the meal delivery service. And next thing is stop saying yes to relevant things. So whenever people ask you of things, or people want you to go to this party, that party, this event, this thing, just say no. Right? You have greater things to focus on. Stop saying yes. You don't have to say yes to everything. Remember, this is your future, not everyone else's. And so you only say yes to the things that matter to you, the things that will get you to where you want to be. So stop saying yes, to your friends, to your family, to those that are close to you. Sometimes it does matter, but don't say yes to everything. You need to differentiate things that are relevant and things that are irrelevant. Next, don't fall for multiple streams of income lies. Guys, focus on one thing until you become a millionaire. Don't try to do this, do that, have multiple businesses at once. It's just not going to happen. If you want to become successful in YouTube automation, it will eliminate everything else. Hone in on this craft, focus on this, and you will become a millionaire in a few years. I promise you. Don't fall for multiple streams of income lies. Don't focus on other things. Refine your craft in YouTube automation, and you'll become wildly successful. Next thing I want you guys to do, this has been super useful for me, is use Newsfeed Eradicator. What you can do is you can download this as a Chrome extension, and now you can essentially take away all the posts on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, all different social medias. So when you do go onto these different platforms to do maybe research or to do some productive work, you don't have other things distracting you from doing your work and being productive. So this is how you eliminate distractions on all platforms. I really suggest this Chrome extension. It's really great because you also get a great quote that pops up over here. It says, what does it say? How wonderful is it that nobody needs to wait a single moment before beginning to improve the world? It's an awesome quote by Anne Frank. Right? So every single day they have a new quote here. So yeah, download this Chrome extension. It's going to be super, super helpful. It has helped me stay super productive when I'm going on all these different platforms, because I'm sure you know it too well. You go on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, trying to do something productive, maybe message someone, and then all of a sudden you just get caught in, the bunch of posts and the onslaught of different content that's being posted on all these different platforms. So to avoid that, just eradicate all the feeds so that you're staying focused and doing the things that actually matter. Next thing is we're gonna go over how to complete big projects. Sometimes projects can seem a little overwhelming. Sometimes it seems like a lot, but if we take it one chunk at a time, things are gonna be really easy. So we're gonna go over how to exactly do this. Focus on one thing for a minimum of 90 minutes, okay? Only one thing. Don't try to multitask doing multiple things. This will allow you to reach something called flow state, where you can work effortlessly and produce better results. This is scientifically studied. Work in intervals of 90 minutes and you will reach flow state. This is when people are most optimized. This is when people had the biggest breakthroughs in society. Some of the biggest innovations in health, technology have been because of people in flow state. They work in 90-minute intervals. And if you want to get to that, peak state in your mind, you need to focus on one thing for 90 minutes and you'll achieve a stage where you'll essentially become unstoppable. I'm telling you, once you get to this point, you'll know you're there because the work that you're doing just becomes effortless. And next thing is, do not multitask. Okay? Multitasking does not work. It's scientifically proven that humans can only focus on one thing at a time. So if you try to multitask, do multiple things at once, guess what? You're just wasting your time. It'll take you a much longer time to complete bigger projects and you'll feel drained in the long run. Take breaks, okay? This is one thing that I utilize whenever I have big projects. Work in 90-minute intervals, take breaks in between. Maybe watch a YouTube video, go for a walk, lay on your bed for a bit, stretch your body, go get a drink of water. This is super, super useful because if you keep going, and you don't take breaks, guess what? Your work is going to be less productive, and at that time, you're just wasting your time as well. Rather, do short spurts of really high productive work, take a break, high productive work, take a break, high productive work. That's going to do you much better in the long run versus just trying to work out for hours and hours on end. It's just not going to work well for you because you're going to feel burnt out at the end. So we're going to go over how to manage your health. Your health is really important because, as cliche as it sounds, your health is your wealth. And so what you consume, what you eat is really who you are. And so we want to make sure the things that we actually consume can give us the energy levels to show up 100% to our business. And so we need to eliminate or reduce gluten, pizza, pasta, all these things like burgers, sugar, alcohol, processed foods, trans fats, dairy like cheese, milk, alcohol, all these things, beer. We need to eliminate all these things from our system and our consumption because these things are weighing us down, making us less productive and destroying our health in the long run, right? And so try to keep your diet as clean as possible. Have vegetables, have fruits so that you can feel really light and you can have the energy level to show up 100% in your day-to-day tasks. Next is optimizing your sleep. This is by far one of the most important things. Sleeping is so important. If you don't sleep, you aren't able to recover. When you go work out, you're not actually building muscles going to the gym and lifting weights. You actually build muscle while you sleep because you go to the gym to break down the muscles. The muscles tear, but when you sleep, the muscles recover and you actually grow. So the real growth happens in your sleep. The same way with our mind, right? When we sleep, our mind is being built. And so how do we optimize that to make sure that we grow as individuals in our sleep? So stop eating or working out late at night. Because if you are eating late at night or you work out late, you won't be able to sleep as well because you have a full stomach or your immune system is just going. And if that's going, it's going to be very hard for you to sleep. Next thing is start going to bed and waking up at the same time. Once you have a certain schedule, your body will naturally follow that schedule and your body will start slowly, getting tired at certain times of the day or waking up at certain times of the day. And so once you set your body a certain schedule, it'll start naturally aligning to that. Next thing is start meditating 15 minutes before bed. Okay, this is super, super useful because it calms your mind down. It gets your brain primed to go to sleep. And you also get to essentially meditate over all the things that happen throughout the day so you can, put those thoughts down instead of thinking about those thoughts while you're in bed. Next thing is stop using all electronics 1 hour before bed. I know this can be difficult for some people, but try your best. Have self-control because blue light is proven to stop you from falling asleep. And so if anything, if you still need to use your phone, use night mode. So essentially it's not blue tinted anymore, but it's just yellow tinted. So you're able to fall asleep a little better. Next thing is start drinking a glass of water right after you wake up because when you wake up, your body is really dehydrated. And if you're really dehydrated, you're not able to think properly. And so first thing in the morning, drink a bottle of water, drink a glass of water. So you're rehydrated and you're rejuvenated to crush the rest of your day. So next thing is optimizing your environment. First thing is start maintaining an organized living and working environment. This is so important. Like not many people focus on this. A lot of people have really disorganized tables, desks, rooms, just clothes laying around. That is not going to be productive for you to work because if your surroundings are chaotic, your mind is probably chaotic as well. And if your mind is chaotic, guess what? You're not able to work at 100% efficiency. The first thing is remove all clutter off desk and workspace. Anything that's on there, try to organize it as much as possible. Clean up and organize your computer desktop with different apps, with different documents, things that you've downloaded. Maybe there's certain things that you can delete or certain apps that you don't need anymore. Clean that up. Make sure that the computer, your phone have only the things that are necessary. And next thing is create a default daily routine. Once you have a default daily routine, waking up at this time, going to the gym at this time, eating breakfast at this time, doing work at this time, now you have a flow of things that instead of asking yourself, oh, what do I do right now? You already know, oh, this is when I do this. And so things become automatic for you. And so things become that much easier for you compared to everyone else. So this is the summary. Manage your time carefully and work only on important activities that pushes your business forward. You have a limited amount of time per day, so you need to eliminate distractions to maximize your time. Focus on one thing for at least 90 minutes to get into flow state. Flow state will allow you to be more productive and focused, and eliminate or reduce unhealthy foods to improve your health. And optimizing your sleep and your environment is essential to becoming a high performer. So with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. This is all about optimizing your life. Once you optimize your life, you're able to optimize your business.